Hello and hi Avinish. Good evening. How are you?
Hi, Lina. I'm fine. Thank you. How are you as well?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay, let me introduce myself first. My name is Nurul Arlina binti Wahi. I'm taking Bachelor in Malay Language Literature for International Communication in International Islamic University Malaysia. So Avinish, can you introduce yourself first?
All right. So my name is Avinash Kumar Esen. That's my full name, but you can address me as Avi as we usually know, right? I'm taking Electrical Electronical Engineering in University Kebangsaan Malaysia, or UKM for short. Currently my third year. Yeah, basically I think that will be it. Back to you, Lina.
Okay, thank you, Avinish, for introducing yourself. Okay, like we have know earlier, our main discussion for today is on the understanding of morality based on our religion point of view. Okay, so first of all, I would like to invite Avinish to share his opinion on our main discussion today.
All right, sure. Thanks, Lina. Okay, let's get into the topic of discussion, which is morality based on my religion, lah. So, just for some context, I am a Hindu, not the most religious person, but what is this? There are a lot of things that Hinduism teaches that relates to morality. So, first of all, let's understand what morality means. It's generally just your ability to differentiate between something that is right and something that is wrong. So that's a pretty simple principle, and that is something that is really taught on, I believe, not only Hinduism and Islam, but also a lot of other religions around the world, right? So in my religion, something that I feel that is pretty interesting is contoh. Like example would be, you know, vegetarianism. It's not veganism; it's being vegetarian. So vegans don't take anything that is animal, like anything that to do with animal products is a big no. But vegetarian is a little bit more relaxed. You can take stuff like milk and stuff like it's not a big deal, right? So one of the morality principles is not you shouldn't actually eat animals because you are taking another life for to actually feed yourself, right? So compared to animals, so animals in the animal kingdom, they hunt and then they kill and then they have different eating habits. But as humans, right, we have that moral choice not to do something, right? So from Hinduism, it's sort of like you have the choice not to do it. Why do you want to do it, right? So that's an example of things that. But like I said earlier, right, there is a choice, right? There's a choice to be made. Sometimes it's a difficult choice because of how things are around my world. So a lot of my friends are Malay people, Chinese people, right? So you go out for sure. We go to some barbecue joint or something. We have some fun stuff like that, lah. Right. So, but at home, I'm normally most of the time vegetarian. So in my house, I'm at home right now, right? So most of the time, I'm pretty much vegetarian, lah, right? So I believe that I've actually reached the end of my 2 minute mark. There's just one aspect like, that I can give an example to, right? So, what about you, Lina?
Okay, so now I will continue with Islamic perspective on morality. I will start with definition first. Islamic ethics is defined as the moral of conduct that are prescribed by Quran and Sunnah. Quran is the book of holy, while Sunnah is the saying of our prophet. Um, Islamic ethics is based on revelation and rational methods. Revelation provides the truth, while the rational methods provides to the understanding and appreciation of the truth. Okay, basically in Islam we have two dimensions of ethics, which is ethics toward our creator, which is Allah. We have to believe and worship Him fully. And second is ethics towards others, such as to animals, to plants, to human, to material. Where we have to behave ethically by to others by providing good treatment and maintaining good relationship. So today, I would like to share with you some of the categories of Islamic principles that we have to follow in order to get Allah's blessing. First, being sincere. For example, being sincere in seeking knowledge. When we seek for knowledge, our concern or our intention should not be to attract people, to impress people, or to argue with the scholars. While besides, we have to purify our intention to seek knowledge to get our Allah's blessing to become a better Muslim. By being sincere in seeking knowledge, we can practice ourselves to be more humble, such as sharing the knowledge with the society. A second, cleanliness is important in Islam, meaning that personal hygiene is also considered as the part of religious practice. For example, washing our hands, cutting our nails, wearing new and clean clothes. Let's take a simple example. We all know that today washing our hands is proven as one of the most simplest and effective way to stop and preventing bacteria from spreading, especially when we are battling with coronavirus. Okay, my third point, As we as Muslims, we have to be generous by giving money and goods to the needy. For example, in the month of Ramadan, where the month we are fasting, in the month of Ramadan, we have to pay zakah. Zakah is known as obligatory charity given to the needy people. Why we have to pay zakah? Because zakah honors the pride of the poor and needy, and to make sure they are helped in a good way to provide their basic needs and giving them another chance at life. So zakat is also known as a way to increase love and connection between Muslims. Okay, my fourth point is we as Muslims, we have to be kind with animals. For example, Islam encourages us to show kindness to animals even though when we slaughtering them. Walaupun kita tengah sembelih haiwan, kita kena tunjukkan kebaikan. For example, there is a saying from our Prophet Muhammad that I would like to share with you, which sound like this. When one of you slaughters animals, let him complete it. Meaning of this saying is that we have to sharpen the knife well, suit the animal, and feed the animal before slaughter it. This shows that animals has their own purpose in life to themselves and to other things. So they deserve a better treatment. Okay, my last point for today, which is the fifth point on Islamic principle, is we as Muslims are not allowed to involve in haram investment. Haram is unethical while halal is ethical. Okay, for example, let's take a simple example of investment include the practice of all kind of bribes because bribe is given but in the hope of influence and self-interest. So it is strictly forbidden in Islam. Besides that, bribery also amplifies the economy equality in society as the rich can pay their bills, receive the best treatment, while the poor getting more poor each day because of the discrimination, even though they deserve to be treated the same way. So I think that's all on my point of view based on Islamic perspective. So before we end this session, Arish, do you have something to say?
Well, to be honest, personally, don't have much to say lah. So just to give you a little bit of light, right? So I enjoy what you're saying, Nadia. No problem with that. And I mean, I of course you know that we grew up in the same school. So majority of my growing up was with Muslim people. So I would say a lot of the moralities that I have towards this day is also influenced by that circle of friends as well. So what are the principles that you consider to be good and bad lah? So I think that's all, to be honest. To actually add on that, right? So awesome discussion, to be honest.
Thank you, Avinish, for your opinion. So, what we can conclude from today's discussion is we as human beings have to improve ourselves to be a better person, so we can live a better life. For example, applying the concept of ethics based on our own religion. With that, I would like to appreciate my very thank you to Avinish to join this sharing session, and I hope this session will be remembered. And thank you.
All right, thanks, Dina. Bye bye.
To conclude the sharing session, we can see that every religion has their own point of view on morality. Furthermore, some of Islamic principles have been successfully introduced to the non-Muslim during the session. Furthermore, there are some similarities and differences on the understanding of morality between Islam and other religions. We, as Muslims, have to fully apply the concept of ethics in Islam in our daily life. By doing that, we can set a good example to other religion, and this is one of the way to attract them to join our religion. All practices in Islam are based on maqasid Sharia, which is to benefit people and preventing from harm. So I would like to share some of the elements of Maqasid Sharia that are related to the sharing session. First, in order to protect wealth, Islam forbids any act that can give bad impact to economic equality, such as bribe. Besides, Islam highly recommended us to share our wealth by giving zakat to the needy people. Second, to preserve life. For example, in Islam, we are highly recommended to stay clean so that we can live a better life. In addition, Islam also encourages us to protect the environment, such as being gentle to plants and animals. Next, dakwah techniques applied during the interview session. First, attractive approach to build communication, such as greetings with smile. Second, breaking the barrier by asking the non-Muslim to introduce themselves to strengthen the relationship. Third, listen to understand and respect the non-Muslim opinion during the interview session.